And I'm joined my last interview guest of the evening, Ladi Raiyn. How's it going? Ladi Raiyn, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
No problem. Glad I finally made it. Glad I finally made it.
Absolutely. And how's everything with the family? How's health? Everything with this pandemic happening? How you feeling?
I mean, we're like maintaining. Thank God. Immediately, like in my household, we haven't like had the COVID or had to deal with COVID, but I have had the misfortune of losing my father and my grandmother to it 10 months ago. So, you know, taking it one day at a time, being safe and being careful. How are you?
I'm doing all right for the most part. Family doing okay. We had some families had the COVID, but and we lost some loved ones as well. Condolences go out to your family and to everyone that lost a loved one due to COVID. And we made it through 2020 somehow with everything that's happening. So
By the grace of God. It
yeah,
wasn't somehow. We're gonna put a name to that. We made
yeah,
it by the grace of God.
absolutely. So I've been a fan of yours for a couple years. I've
Oh
heard of
wow.
your music through some other artists from the North Carolina area, South Carolina area. You know, artists like Venomous, China Vaughn,
Okay.
a couple other artists here and there. But
Mhm.
particularly, I heard of you through those two artists. So I started to listen to Ladi Raiyn. She got fire. She got bars. She goes in her joints, and I like Ladi Raiyn. She nice. She's nice with
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
So props to you, and shout out to all the ladies of hip hop. You know, for holding their own and hitting the guys when it hurts sometimes too. You know, sometimes they gotta do that.
Yeah.
Get in their feelings sometimes, but you know, hip hop, man, like much love to the ladies of hip hop and the woman that raised these guys that are hip hop artists too. Shout out to the mamas, the hip hop
Shout out to
mamas.
the mom.
So, you know, so how did you get into hip hop? How did it got started for you?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's like more so of dealing with life and finding a way to express yourself. And the best way, because I grew up in church singing. Um, the best way I knew to express with myself was through my lyrics. And then that became Lady Raiyn, the R&B, the gospel to R&B to hip hop. Then I actually started rapping because my fiance asked me. He said, "You didn't conquer, many genres of music." He said, "Do me a favor and just write one rap song." And from that, I fell in love. I fell in love and been doing it ever since.
So, who are some of the artists that inspire you? That's got you feeling, you know what? I can do this. I can pull this off. Who's some of the, whether it's mainstream or independent or local? Who's some of the people that inspire you?
When I started mainstream, I grew up in the era of like the neo soul era, so I most definitely am a Erica Badu fan. I'm an NDIRE fan. Um, Most definitely Jill Scott, Floetry. Those are my levels of influential artists mainstream. Especially when we speak on female artists, those are my favorite. Like Mary J, Faith Evans, SWV. I'm still like, you ain't gonna tell my age. My birthday Monday, so we're not gonna tell my age. But those are my most influential mainstream artists. And then we bring it to the local caliber. You just said like you learned about me through Venomous. She's most definitely my heart. The China Vons, like it's so many local um artists that I ride with. Like I can't name them all, but those two are most definitely influential when it comes down to who I'm listening to these days. Um, yeah, the love the date, like the up to date hip hop. I'm not really, because everything to me. And they say I heard somebody say this like last week. You know, everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's starting to sound the same. So
Mm.
I kind of just stick to, you know, my sound. Lady Raiyn is one of my favorite artists.
Right, right.
Lady Raiyn, I'm my own favorite. So most definitely that.
I mean, when it comes to this hip hop thing, you definitely gotta be your own fan. Yeah, let people know who you are, what you all about, what you bring to this
Right.
game. And so, especially from the hip hop artist perspective, you definitely gotta be your biggest fan. So
Yeah.
I applaud that for sure. Um, and happy early birthday coming up. And
Thank you.
my sisters will love you with them neo soul artists that you mentioned, because that's
Love it.
right out their alley too. They listen to some
Mm-hmm.
Erica Badu, some India
Yeah.
Ari, especially India Ari.
Hmm.
Like when you listen
Yeah.
to India Ari, she just takes you to a place like, man, I know what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, they taught us how to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
taught us how to deal with situations, and that's one of the like most. I think the best thing I feel about me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I make it to where those that listen to my music, they can relate to it. Like the song "Out of the Ghetto," you can relate to "Out of the Ghetto" on so many levels because I'm not only just talking about death in the family, watching getting a call about my cousin dying, but I make it so relatable to if you ever experienced domestic violence or any kind of abuse, period, and you listen to Out of Ghetto, you're gonna be able to relate. But then I jump on the hip hop side of things, and I throw out a song like Big Girl Rock, and I got all the BBWs of the world rocking. You know what I'm saying? Then I come back and I say something like Shipping and Tipping. I put a club banger out there that anybody can jump to. So that's what makes me like my favorite artist because I'm very diverse in what I do. I go into church and have you praise and worshiping on a Sunday morning, but I have you hip hopping in the club on Friday night. So yeah, you got to be diverse in this game. You can't be like on a steady plate and change it up, switch it up, make people relate to what you're seeing and make it real. If you're gonna speak about it, make sure you live it too. So that's
yeah.
what we do. Black Money Empire. We do that.
You definitely have to be diverse. You definitely got to show people that you are more than one dimensional.
Mhm.
Show some size, show some vulnerability, show some emotion, show some passion, show
Mhm.
some empowerment. Especially for the woman empowerment. That's definitely something I'm
Right.
seeing a lot more of, and that's a blessing within itself. I've heard Big Girl Rock. As a matter of fact, I played Big Girl Rock about an hour ago. I love that joint.
Okay.
I played the remix
Okay.
in particular. I see you've had a busy year so far. You released some new songs out. We Back, White and One Way, and Didn't I?
Yes.
So
Yes.
those are your new songs for 2021 thus far. And I want to talk about White and One Way. That's a very interesting song.
Mhm.
Talk about writing that song and from your perspective, what's it all about?
Well, right in the wrong way. I found myself in a place where I was thinking about the things that was going on, like the pandemic and like the destruction and how, like I said in the song, mothers fighting daughters and sons fighting fathers. I was sitting somewhere actually like really thinking about that and how the Bible spoke about that, and I was like, that's happening today, and while we're going at each other's head about minute issues and very small situations. We got bigger things going on, but people need to understand there's a right and a wrong way to treat people. There's a right and wrong way to love somebody. So I thought about that, and if you remember the song from back in the day, right and the wrong way, that was that was influential in that as well. So it's like, hold on, we going through things, but we all going through them together. So it's a right and a wrong way to love somebody. Calm down, sit and think about it, and you'll be like, you know what, that ain't even that important. It ain't even that important to be arguing about this or fighting about this or beefing with my sister about that. Hold on, my mother deserves the respect that she raised me by herself. Let me stop and think about what I'm doing because there's a right and a wrong way to do everything, especially love somebody. You know,
Facts.
so,
100% facts.
right,
One of my favorite hip hop artists, Jay Z, said it best: "Nobody wins when the family feuds." Uh, that's
right,
that's it. Doesn't get any more specific than that. And you know, with everything that's happened 2020, from the pandemic to the social unrest to an election, and we
right.
just
George Floyd. We got so
yeah
much other stuff to be
we,
thinking about
yeah
and worrying about in the world than to like really be bickering and fighting and like being against each other on the very small issues. It's like crazy. Like think bigger. We
and you
want
know
unity.
and me being from the state of Kentucky, you know, R.I.P. to Breonna Taylor as well.
Yes,
So
especially Kentucky.
you know, we had quite a 2020 with that situation and how it all was handled, or in this case, mishandled. But
Mishandle, yeah.
so hopefully in 2021, you know, we look back at that and just hopefully, you know, we know, you know, we got to stick together. We got to be for
Right,
one another, and you know, for Black women especially. You know, I got two sisters that I
right,
love. I got a mom loves me dearly. I love her right back. Gotta protect a Black woman for real, for real.
right.
So
Yeah, most definitely. Rest in peace to Breonna Taylor. I watched the whole like followed it for a long time. So that's a very sensitive and sad situation. So much love to her family and to
mm,
her, most definitely.
yeah. So even you know we into the new year, the work doesn't stop. You know, we're still gonna keep fighting, getting our voices heard, and you know keep fighting until we see the change that we want to you know see. So you know it's just one day at a time, per se.
Right,
So
right.
so with these songs that you have out right now, are we gonna get a potential new EP or album or mixtape? What does Lady Raiyn have in store in the coming months?
In the couple months, most definitely look for the EP. I just did the first song that'll be on that, which is entitled "Simple Mathematics." Very excited about that track. Very excited. I'm excited about the sound coming from Lady Rain period in the upcoming months because it's different. Most people expect me to sing, and don't get me wrong, I'm still going to do that. But like I said, I'm going around the board showing diversity in this upcoming. So the EP is next. I've dropped 3 mixtapes already. It's time. It's just the time.
True that, true that. Go
Mm-hmm.
go listen to the released songs on We Back, Right and Wrong Way, Didn't I, and Big Girl Rock Remix. All of those songs are available on the digital music platforms. Go check those songs out. And before I let you go, Lady Raiyn, go ahead, promote your social media links. Where can people find you on the internet?
Almost definitely. You can find me in all social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, Lady Rain, LadiRayn, Black Money Empire is the team, the squad, the family that I roll with, CEO of Black Money Empire, Showtime. We roll really tight, and we got a lot of projects coming up, a lot of shows coming up, and most definitely will make my way to Kentucky real soon, real soon. So
Ooh,
again, follow me on. Look at you, sound like you're excited. Yeah, we're coming to
yes.
Kentucky. I mean, I'm from Gary, Indiana, so it's only natural that as we make our way up the ladder, we most definitely make that stop in Kentucky sometime soon. So again, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Lady Rain, LadiRayn. You can find all my music on every music platform, every media, and check out the movie The Struggle. I got 3 songs in the movie called The Struggle on Tubi TV, Netflix. Yeah, so we're making major moves, major moves, major moves.
Major moves indeed. So, my fellow
Yeah,
Kentuckians, okay, we've been through enough with last year, right? we're in the new year, 3 months into 2021. We're entering month number 4. You know, we getting a
Nah.
lot of hope with this vaccine and whatnot. So if I need to see Lady Raiyn perform, okay, that's just me. I
Yeah.
want to see her. So look, I got my first dose of the vaccine just yesterday, and I'm getting my second later this month. Look,
Congratulations.
so please, man, be safe, whatever it is that you do. Not just Kentucky, but the entire country, the whole world. Be safe out there.
Right.
And I look forward to the day that you make your way here to Kentucky, and I look forward to meeting you for the
Most
first
definitely.
time.
I can't wait.
So continued success, keep doing you, and be safe out there, and hopefully when thing restrictions get a little bit lifted up a little bit more, we'll see each other down the road.
Already. I'm ready. I'm excited. I can't wait. Like I said, Kentucky, y'all be on the wait, on the lookout. Lady Raiyn coming to a city near you. I promise you.
Absolutely. You take care. You be safe. We'll chat again soon.
Awesome. Thank you again.
All right. Bye
Y'all
bye.
have a good night.
All right.
Bye.